In today's video, we're going to talk about what does it actually mean to be the real deal. If you watch my videos on the regular, you probably have noticed already in my intro, myself greatly highlighting to the external world how I'm seeing myself. I am the real deal. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know where I'm coming from. I very well know for sure that I have pure intentions, that I defend the truth, that I speak the truth, that I want to lift people up. So everyone else on this planet who inspires people to become the best version of themselves as well, who defends the truth against any obstacles, against whatever any moronic moron might be saying, might be thinking, might be doing. Defending the truth against the establishment of each time, each century, because people in the past have also done so. They also didn't care what anyone else was thinking. They fully believed in their own vision. They were driven by ambition. They were driven by soul energy, fully trusting their own intuition, their heart. The heart all the time tells you the path to walk. It will never betray you. The heart has information, as I've mentioned already, once or twice in my videos, that transcends this realm. The brain might get the information, the physical information present in this world, eventually in just 10 years of time. The heart already warns you not to do certain things, not to be with certain people, to listen fully to your intuition. Eventually, you can also translate it in a way that God directly is speaking to you. Never, ever in life ignore what your heart is telling you, because your heart only has the best of interest of you in you. It wants to protect you from any possible harm, be it even in the future. The heart, once again, transcends that realm. People want more time, who defend the truth, who believe in themselves, who are confident in themselves, fully knowing and accepting the consequences of their actions, so taking on full responsibility. They are the real deal. They are winners. They have a vision. They want to see other people succeed as well. They want to see prosperity. They want to see everyone blossoming, especially during harsh times, especially against tyranny. One more time. While the weak people, I've made a video about that, loser or winner. Who are you? Losers absolutely despise winners. Losers don't want to have anything to do with winners. They are trying to put them down all life long, trying to keep them in low frequency. Especially in their own family, especially around the friend circle. They very well absolutely do not like that someone dares to defy, to rise against what their peers all around them try to not have them accomplished over time. The moment people see that someone seriously, honestly tries to rise in frequency, tries to improve themselves, tries to improve their life, every life decision starts with simple habits, simple changes in thought patterns, how you think of yourself, what you're going to do if you're about to do certain things, how you can better yourself, how you can accomplish XYZ in a quicker time. That the simple fact of you starting to finally work on yourself, the internal work, so at one point you fully understand who you are in order to navigate through this realm efficiently, smoothly, and elegantly. While the losers all around in society, they struggle hardcore with their decisions. They struggle hardcore with themselves. They hate themselves. They don't like the image they see in the mirror. They don't do sport. They do not watch their nutrition plans. They absolutely do not care how they are thinking, what they are thinking. They're completely brainwashed. Such people absolutely do not know that they are lost in life. People like that do not want to see anyone succeed because it puts bad light on them. They would realize, even though by the winners not saying anything, not even pointing with fingers at the losers, winners actually would like for such losers to have a change of heart, to become also a winner over time. They don't want to see that because change takes time. Change takes effort, and very importantly, change is painful. People want to have a convenient lifestyle. No confrontation, the spotlight not on them. Yet alone, their opinion seems to be the most important on the planet. Give them a microphone and tell them they are now on TV, footage portrayed to potentially hundreds of millions of people. Suddenly they cannot talk anymore. Suddenly they're all about to stutter. Suddenly they get nervous. They want to actually quickly escape, greatly highlighting how insecure these people are on the inside. Insecure people all the time want to control the environment so that no one is about to rise, especially in frequency, in understanding of this realm, higher knowledge, spirituality. Most people absolutely do not understand that. They actually laugh about it. To be the real deal, once again, means you fully know who you are. You are walking in your authentic self. You absolutely give a shit what anyone else might be thinking about you, because you know who you are. You know you have pure intentions. You know you're lifting people up. You want to see people succeed. You yourself, all the time, all life long, put a conscious decision to be different than them. You know who you are. You had to go through obstacles that most people absolutely would break apart. You know you are chosen. You are different. Everything stops with you, with me, with everyone else who wants a better life, who wants to see a better future manifesting at one point. Every bullshit in the family, every bullshit with the friends, every bullshit in society stops with you, stops with me, stops with everyone else who is also successful. Because winners always step up one more time. Losers try once or twice, it's painful, and then they stop. And then they watch other people succeed and they can't comprehend that. How can someone stand up one more time? How can someone have that knowledge, know all these things? They spend their time through their own free will differently, like losers do, occupying their mind 24/7, not bettering themselves, using that time to stick their noses into subjects and people's lives, their own children's life, instead of fixing, for example, their own marriage, their own sex life, their own partnership, the daily habits of the partnership. Nah, they want to stick their noses where it doesn't belong. They want to give input that no one asked for. Because it's painful to look inside, as I've described in many of my videos. People do not want to take on responsibility, accountability, that they have wasted potentially decades. People, after all, at one point become adults. Adults at one point become parents. Parents at one point decide not to learn anything anymore because, once again, they are in a position of power, earning money, therefore not having to learn anything in life anymore. There's no time to learn. They have to work. And once again, they are parents. So at one point there will be children. There's a time difference. Many, many years apart. 2 to potentially 3 decades apart. That will take a long time for a child to catch up. So parents don't have to learn anything. Parents don't have to go with the flow of time. They absolutely do not spend any time, for example, working on technology, understanding certain technology. At one point they don't understand anything anymore. They have no confidence. They want to live one more time that convenient lifestyle. No attention on them. They live like everyone else. They're not making any waves. They all fall in line in the family. Everyone expected them to be like the rest. Everyone expected them to be one more time, always that one more time, to be like the rest. Even though their heart was screaming not to do certain things, nah. They listened to the mind and had to pay hefty consequences for that. Because the heart has information that transcends this reality. And it always will. People who do not listen to their heart will pay heavy consequences. In a way, God is speaking to you directly, not to do certain things, to pay attention to certain subjects, to pay attention to what someone is talking, to pay attention to eventually follow someone else's guidance, and not the one of your circle, because your circle might be compromised. Your circle might be toxic as fuck. The family, the friends, the workplace. They don't want anyone to see them succeed in life because it puts a bad light on them. Who the fuck are they if you make it up in life? The real deal is not afraid of confrontation. The real deal actually seeks growth. A conscious act, one more time, through his or her own free will to better themselves, to not waste time with morons. Stay away from low quality people. Eventually better read a book, listen to some music that you like. I like classic music. I also listen to all other kinds of music. Most of the time though, classic music. Most of the time I do meditation. 2 decades of meditation already in my arsenal. I don't ask anyone for advice. All the answers come from within. I even cannot ask anyone on the outside. Most people absolutely do not understand anything that I am seeking because it's not their job. They are the ones who are asleep. They are the ones who want that convenient lifestyle. They are the ones who absolutely are not interested in bettering themselves. They are the ones not being chosen. They are not the real deal. And they will despise seeing someone being the real deal, confidently speaking. At one point being on stage. In the beginning, irrelevant on the internet. Later on, everyone seeking his or her advice. Because over time, people have realized what he or she was speaking. Absolutely true. Facts over time manifested into reality. Whatever it is, on TV, on the internet, the world sees what all these people have, for example, have been warning about, what they have been speaking about. There was pure intentions. You should also become a winner. You should realize your own potential. Losers don't want you to realize your own potential because you at one point escape that low fucking disgusting frequency. And you enter the frequency where you meet the ones you deserve. You meet the winners. You meet the ones who open discussions and never close them. There might be a different thought pattern, a different idea. Something needs to be just slightly tweaked. And you will make it. Such people will always believe in you. Such people will never belittle you. Like, what the fuck are you thinking about? If you want to do cat videos, for example, a loser will say, why do you even think of such an idea? There's already so many people out there doing such things. You do not even have the right equipment. You even don't know what you should portray. Leave it alone. Go the safe path. A winner will believe in you. Someone who is the real deal will give you advice. It doesn't matter how many times you ask. You can ask 1,000 times. They will help you. Losers, the moment you start to ask more questions, they will be annoyed. Can be very well your own parents. Can be very well anyone in the family. They will be annoyed. How dare you even ask such questions? Because you put pressure on people like that. You put pressure on your friends. You put pressure on society. Because all these people have decided by those 2 rules, free will and time, God's given gift to humanity, to use their capabilities in a complete different way, falling in line like the rest. And later on complaining and being jealous, starting to envy and hate the ones who are then basically successful. And success can mean anything to anyone. Because the loser falls in line, the loser compares her life all the time outside forces, because it's a heavy control system on the environment. So that they themselves do not have to look into the mirror and feel bad. And one more time, it doesn't matter who it is. Your own family members. Their goal, their mission basically in life is to destroy you. And you will know if you have such family members in your family. Because they eventually see something in you that needs to be put down. They eventually have done certain things. They know certain things about you that you do not know. To be the real deal means you are chosen. You are one of those very few on the planet that have the ability, mindset, and determination to achieve something of immense greatness. You have to fight through stuff that if people went, let's just imagine they went through 10% what I had to endure in my life, just 10%, they would end themselves. 5%, they would be drug addicted morons for life. And we're just talking here about 10%. 10. Where's 25? Where's 50? 75? Where's the immense isolation? Where's the immense oppression of moronic morons in your surroundings? Of society as well. After all, I'm right now on camera. All attention is on me. How dare you speak that confidently? Who the fuck do you think you are? The intro already highlights that. I'm the real deal. I see myself, because I'm an exceptional man, I've already started to see myself at the age of 16 as a king. A king's job is to educate and lift up their people so they themselves can become their best version in life as well. Meaning, you activate those people. You do not chase their validation. You give a fuck who is listening to you. You give a fuck if anyone is listening to you. You are not a beggar. You don't, once again, chase attention. You clearly see if someone is intelligent enough to understand the value you're bringing or not. I'm not begging for anyone to subscribe, because I know who I am. I am backed up by the universe. Everything in life worked out in my favor, has worked out in my favor, is working out in my favor, and is always going to be working out in my favor. It's a complete different mindset. I know the position I'm holding. One more time, the real deal. Whoever you are, if you're also someone of great confidence, realize the potential you have. Realize you are a king, you are a queen, you are a chosen one. You are potentially one of those 144,000. So it's just natural, it's a given that many people are going to hate on you, despise you, and try to stop you, while you at the same time will be lifting up potentially hundreds of millions of people who will be inspired to fully understand where you're coming from, be it man or woman. And also try to improve their life, also try to improve the daily habits, the thought patterns. Start small. See the change over time, not start big, chase those big validations. Look what someone has accomplished. In a few months, they do not do anything anymore. It's the small changes, the fine-tuning, the lonely time you, for example, spend meditating or reading books. Think about your life, your own life choices. You do the internal work, you question yourself, your own motives. You fully dwell in yourself, seeking answers on the inside, not outside. The outside people most likely don't do no shit. So how can you expect a great, wonderful answer that actually is in your favor? when the surroundings most likely will be hating on you. Huh? The system tries to crush the people, so of course the family will also try to crush the family members. There might be heavy arguments going on for decades, and the children were just not grown up, not sure enough to understand what was going on. They didn't understand why their parents were all the time trying to oppress them. They didn't understand why their parents were fighting with the uncles and the aunts and grandmas and grandfathers and whatnot. Heavy jealousy, heavy envy, convenience. People are useful in such family dynamics. People are useful in the friend circle. One more time, always listen to your heart. You might be, after all, tested. Certain idiots, certain morons might enter your life just to wreck things up for you. And if they succeed or fail, you will quickly realize they're fading away, because that was their only job, to disrupt something, to test someone. You, for example, you will be tested. They will put doubt into what you are about to do. They will try to heavily make you insecure about a relationship. And if they succeed, they fade away. If they fail, they fade away, because that was their only job. That's why these people appeared in your life in the first place. You are the light. You are the torch. One more time, realize who you are. Realize your value. Rise in frequency. Rise a queen. Rise a king. Attract what you deserve in your life. Be the light for other people. You haven't come that far to just fail right now. You need to realize your potential in order to lead other people, and especially you yourself, into your highest timeline, where you meet and live a life that you deserve, so that we all come together and basically make the planet better, leaving all these losers in the dust, and them at one point fading away, because they all the time reside in a low frequency. And by everyone rising in frequency, new possibilities, new opportunities, suddenly things are very possible to achieve that prior were impossible to even think about. One more time, rise in frequency, rise a queen, rise a king. You have incredible potential in you. You simply need to realize that, use that, internalize all the problems, alchemize them, and portray the new self, the new you, the actual original, best version of yourself to the outside. And watch how people will start to despise you. And actually, if you continue your path, if you continue to believe in yourself, attract all the people that you deserve and desire, the losers will fade away. And you, in hindsight, 10 years later, 15 years later, will be very thankful that you listen to your heart and not to these losers. Because you might be very well destined for greatness as well. Have the courage to be yourself.